A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the 2025 Dongbu Construction KOREIT Championship, which is being played right here at the Iksan Country Club. Keep in mind the fact, of course, that it is round two of the event. A par 72 and 6,094 meters is the coverage that we're looking for the entire area. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through the event of today, and I'll be with you right till the end of this event. That is when we find out who will lift the trophy. Yu Hyun Jo, one of our favorites, and definitely one of the youngest on the course. Well, we'll aim for birdie on hole number 10. It's a fairly good start for her. She had a very interesting day yesterday, and I do believe there was a lot to take from it as far as she's concerned. Meanwhile, Lee Yulin will move on to a second. She's on hole number 18, 21 points in the bag. And that's very good placement from her. Well, just what the doctor ordered, you would believe, in terms of placements. Kim and Sun 7, meanwhile, will aim for birdie on hole number 10. Kim 7, she's had her own challenges on the course so far today, but it's been good for her. Kim Min Sol on to her second effort for hole 18, 106 meters to the hole. She's got 19 points in the bag, to be precise. So interesting times here for us, as we take you through this event. Let's also remind you that we've had, a couple of changes in there to talk about as we get into day two. Also keep in mind the fact that we are using the modified Stableford scoring system for this event. So it's not going to be, the regular, and we started off with that yesterday. Meanwhile, teeing off, this is for hole number 13, that's Park Hae-jun. She's gone in with a 6 iron. Oh, that's an absolutely beautiful placement. Sets herself up for a birdie very well. Now getting ready to get into the swing of things. Going to be Hwang Yeon Seo. She'll tee off for hole number 1. She's got -1 points in there today. And that's a good way to get started. Hong Jin Young too. It's gone in with her second effort for hole 10. She's got 16 points. We'll run you through the leaderboard in just a little bit. Keep in mind the fact that it's been, a few changes that have taken place since yesterday's leaders. Lee Ga-yong was the leader yesterday. Moon Jong-min Aiming for birdie on hole 11. It's a narrow miss for her. And the gentle tap-in will do the job. So over to Park Ju-young, who will aim for birdie on hole number 11. Well, decently played by her. Don't forget yesterday, well, she had her moment chasing a cute little pup around the course. And, well, he was in the mood to play, like all little pups are. Park Ji-young, the other Park. And Ji-young gets it close enough to, well, the destination. Will need to gently coax that ball in because that's, well, definitely what is needed. So Park Ji-young, she's got 9 points in the bag, finishes with 36 on the out, 35 on the in. I don't think she was too thrilled about today's performance, but she's kind of kept it to a positive still. Cloudy skies today, right from the early part, and temperature, of course, hovering at about 25 degrees. It's a bit, well, cooler today. Kim Soo-ji on to her third effort for hole 10. She's got 13 points in the bag. Wind speeds at about 2 miles. No rainfall predicted, which is a good thing. But that's the reason why you see it's not very sunny. It's a bit, well, overcast. Life behind shades, that's what it looks like. Meanwhile, Lee Yulin, who's performed extremely well here today, she's going to aim for birdie on hole number 18. She sits in tied second with 21 points on the leaderboard. And this is important for her. Well, she could have tied in with Moon Jong-min. You know, at the top of the leaderboard, she'll have to settle for, well, that tied second. And that's exactly what she does as she finishes on par. Just a narrow miss for her, but a very good effort from Lee Yulin. She's had, well, 7 birdies in there today. Excellent performance that has propelled her to that tied second. Kim Min-sol aiming for birdie on hole 18. And this could very well take her, well, up ahead because she's currently in 6th position. And that's a fine finish from Kim Min-sol. She moves up to 21 points and she ties in with Lee Yulin and Lee Ga-yong in a 2nd position. Remember, Lee Ga-yong, of course, yesterday had, well, pretty much claimed the top spot with 16 points. Now, Han Jin-young too, she's on to her 3rd stroke, 80 meters to the hole. Well, keeps the form intact. Well, gentle lift, and that pretty much does it. Beautiful placement from her on the green. Well, just what the doctor ordered, I would believe, at this part of the contest. Meanwhile, Bang Shin-sil, oh, she just provides us with some amazing shots, doesn't she? Could have birdied that. She'll have to finish it on par, but such a talented golfer. She's got a few tricks up her sleeve. She'll knock that in on par, but and a smile from her. Just one of those very hard-working, well, golfers. Kim Si-yoon will tee off for hole number 10. She's got 15 points in the bag. She had a birdie in the previous round for hole number 10, so it's interesting. Kwan Seo Yeon will tee off for hole number 1. Kim Soo-ji will go next. Nicely done. Just a gentle nudge is what it needed, and you know, she's just about provided that. Very well done by Kim Soo-ji. Park Hae-jun goes next. She aims for birdie. She had a beautiful tee off, you know, just placed it really well. Ju Gain will aim for birdie on hole number 10. She has 10 points, could uplift herself here, needs to focus. And that putt is just gonna, well, fall short of finding her mark. And that is some extreme classic golf attire, I would say. I do love it. That's the great thing about golf, isn't it? You always get to see, well, the grandest of outfits, and well, that's what I would have worn when I first started playing golf. Park Cho-yoon will tee off for hole number 1. She's got 2 points in the bag. Looking like a really classic golfer though. Well done. I still have the first t-shirt I ever used on the golf course. It's not white anymore. It's changed colors a couple of times over. Hunton Young too, on to her 4th effort for hole number 10. She needs to birdie this. And that is an unfortunate miss. Could have just well, taken a points tally up. Min Jung-min, the current leader, 23 points in the bag. She's on. I think that's going to be good enough for Lee Ji-yoon 3. 11 points is what she's amassed today. And that's right onto the green. Well placed there. So just through hole 11, she's still got a lot to play. Moon Jongmin leads the way with 23 points. Kim Min-sol, Lee Yulin, and Lee Ga-yong are in tied second with 21, and you've got a duo there of Bang Shin-sil and Jang Soo-yeon in tied fifth with 20. And then Park Hae-jun has 18 in seventh position. Ko Ji-won is in tied eighth with 17 points. It's a very, very interesting equation when you look at it, because along with Ko Ji-won, you've got Ko Ji-yu, Han Ar-yum, Park Ju-young, you've got Ko Ji-yu and Ko Ji-won, and then of course you've got the tied 10ths, which have Park Ju-young, Han Jin-young-2, Lee Yvonne, a couple of them that follow suit. To be fair, Lee Yvonne, of course, is currently in tied 13th, but having said that, she is exactly just 1 point behind the tied 10ths. So Ko Ji-won, Ko Ji-yu, there they are in tied 8th. And in tied 10th, you've got a trio, which starts with Han Ar-yum. You've got Park Ju-young and Han Jin-young-2.
고맙습니다.
Lee Ga-yong will tee off for hole number 10. And it's one of the rare occasions that you will see Lee Ga-yong actually wearing a pair of shorts. She's always in slacks, always. But she's been very, very good in this tournament so far, and I think she'll be looking to continue in that vein right through. Very, very different kind of golfer. She's always got a very serious, a focused approach, very sincere in her outlook. Jang Soo-yeon goes next, and she, of course, has 20 points in the bag as she tees off for hole number 10. Well, that's straight up, well, in the air, and she's played that well. Park Chu-young aims a birdie on hole number 12. And that's well played, beautifully done. Masterclass there from her. Here's Junyi Sung aiming for birdie on hole 9. Oh, beautifully played. And that's going to be, well, good for her because she moves up to 16 points, 33 in the out, 34 in the in. A lovely finish from Junyi Sung for round 2. Moon Jong-min, third effort, aims for birdie on hole 12. And she finishes once again, which means now she's going to just extend the lead at the top. She's got 25 points in there. Bang Sin-sil aims for birdie on hole 16. And she'll have to finish that on par. Kim Si-yoon knocks that a bit past the flagstick. Kim Soo-ji, her second stroke for hole 11. She had a birdie on the previous hole, did extremely well. Will look to cover 124 meters. So it's Kim Si-yoon. Remember, she knocked the ball up nice and easy a while back. Will aim for birdie on hole 10. And that's just a narrow miss for her. Meanwhile, Bang Sin-sil well readies herself to finish on par here for hole 16. And that's what she does, so no worries for the time being. Lee Jung-min will aim for birdie on hole 10. Oh, that's got to be, well, just one of those moments where the ball will just turn away from your plan. Jang Soo-yeon, second stroke for hole 10. Hardine tees off for hole number 1. She's got 6 points in there. It's back to Kim Soo-ji. And well played there. She's been moving up in leaps and bounds as well. And quick bow there to the support that she's been getting. Appreciation from her. Ko Ji-won, third stroke for hole 18. And she'll finish that rather than wait on. So Ko Ji-won finishes with 17 points, 33 on the out, 34 on the in. Getting ready to tee off now, and that's Jeongju Ri. She tees off for hole number 1. She's got, well, minus 5 points. Jung Soo-yeon will go with the third stroke for hole number 10. Lee Ga-yong. That's well placed by her on the green as well. Meanwhile, here's Han Bitna. She looked to finish off with the birdie here. And that's just going to fall short for her. Almost a duff shot. Almost. Not really one. So Han Bitna finishes with 37 on the out, 38 on the in. She had a, well, buzzard in there as well. Meanwhile, teeing off at hole number 13, that hole-in-one event, is Moon Jong-min. Jeongju Ri will aim for birdie on hole 18. She's got 11 points. And that's just going to bother her a little bit. So Jeongju Ri finishes her, well, efforts for the day. So Moon Jong-min still at the top of the heap there with 25 points, 4 points ahead of second place Kim Min-sol, Lee Yulin and Lee Ga-yong, with Bang Sun-sil and Jang Soo-yeon taking up tied fifth with 20 points, and Ko Ji-yu, of course, coming in sixth. And then, of course, you've got the tied eights in there. It's a very, very interesting turn of events if you look at, well, how things have panned out for us. But don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of this wonderful event. It's round 2 of the 2025 Dongbu Construction KOREIT Championship being played right here at the Iksan Country Club. It's the east for the out and the west coast for the in. Stay with us. Always love the drone shots that come well on the coast like this. Gotta always thank our cameraman for them. Lee Ga-yong gets ready to tee off now for hole number 11. It's normally very easy to spot Lee Ga-yong on the course. Took me a bit of time to get used to, well, her attire today. She looks lovely in anything, there's no doubt about it, but it's just about, you're so used to seeing somebody look, well, pretty much, well, the same with each event. I mean, you always know what Park Yun-kyung or what, you know, Park Ju-young or Park Ji-young will wear, but interesting. Jang Soo-yeon goes next. And I always have, well, the deepest admiration for, well, golfers who keep chopping and changing their outfits and, you know, the colors. It's one of the joys in golf, isn't it? I mean, the lads do it as well. Bang Shin-sil goes on next. Her second stroke for hole number 17. She's got 20 points. Remember, she's been performing extremely well so far. Well placed, but that's going to sail a bit of a distance from the flagstick. Moon Jong-min at the top of the heap there, still with 25 points. She's through hole 13. Kim In-sol, Lee Yoo-lin and Lee Ga-yong in tied second with 21 points. Bang Shin-sil and Jang Soo-yeon with 20 in tied fifth, and Ko Ji-woo, Park Hae-jun in tied seventh with 18 points.
고맙습니다.
Lee Gayong, the second stroke for hole 11. And just a quick look back. And that was that fantastic placement, that came in well yesterday from Bang Chen-sil. And I've always said this before, she's one of those golfers that creates or can turn the impossible into the possible. She creates a bit of magic. She'll aim for Eagle here on hole 17. 9.5 meters to the hole. Will that travel? Oh, what a miss! Oh, that was disappointing for me as well. I was so expecting that to trip the light fantastic and find its way through. Bang Chen-sil just missing out on an eagle, but hey, the birdie still awaits on the fence. Jang Soo-yeon onto her second stroke for hole 11. She will employ a 9 iron. 20 points in the bag so far. Moon Jong-min, second stroke on hole 14. Well placed, just a little past the flagstick. Oh, that's got to be really disastrous. A knock on the door and turned away. Or rather, a knock on the flagstick. Bang Chen-sil will aim for birdie on hole number 17. It's well played by her. Park Ju-young will aim for birdie on hole 14. Ko Ji-yu, 18 points so far. She's on to her last play of the day. She finished her in first. She's now on. She finished the out first with the last 9. She's on to the in now. 18 points. What can she do with this last bit of play? Will be interesting to find out. Kim Soo-ji will aim for birdie on hole number 12. Almost had the right amount of push there, but she's landed with the Cuban. She'll have to knock that in just to clean that up. Moon Jong-min just missing out on a birdie on hole 14, could have stretched her lead even further. And that's an easy tap in for her. I think just timely. Lee Ga-yong meanwhile will need to finish this on par. We'll aim for a birdie first on hole 11. Getting off the shoulder of the green is not a very, very easy, task. That's a narrow miss for her as well. That's well played there. Narrowly getting close to the flagstick. Kim Soo-ji will tee off for hole 13. She's been very consistent with the performances here today. Very well played. Lovely tee off there for her. Lee Ga-yong looking to finish on par for hole 11. Well, needs to keep this together. Shouldn't be too much of a worry for her. I spoke too soon. The slight dip in there, and that's going to just drop her points down with that bogey. Slight bit of a, slope downwards. I think that created a bit of a worry for her. So Lee Ga-yong just dropping a few points. Decent enough placement, I would believe. And that's how you proceed with conviction towards the tee off. Jung Soo Yeon will go next. She's got 20 points, remember. That's the 12th hole. 369 meters to cover. She tees off. She's had a birdie in the previous round as well. Bang Chun-sil goes in with a second stroke for hole 18. She's still on 22 points. And that's well played by her. Very well played. Strong knock there for Lee Ga-young as she tees off. Ju Gain will aim for birdie on hole 13. It's a bit of a distance, 6.2 meters, but she should be able to, well, navigate through that. And that's well played by her. Go Ji-yu would like to finish her day with a birdie. And she gets a wish. Very well played there. Kept her count. She's got 20 points in the bag, 31 on the out, 33 on the in. Had a bogey there on the 17th, but I don't think that's going to worry her too much. She'll be pleased this punch to get back onto the course tomorrow. Kim Soo-ji, meanwhile, will aim for birdie on hole number 13. And that's well played by her. Jung Soo Yeon, the second stroke for hole number 12. She's going with a 6 iron, 148 meters. Hong Jin-young will go next. And that's well tapped in. Lee Ga-young, second stroke for hole 12. And she'll sit just on the banks of the green. It's well played. So close for Bangchan Sil. Bit of a worry here. He will finish on par. 22 points in all. 33 on the out. 32 on the in. She had a eagle on the 6th as well. Could have had a second eagle too. So very, very well played by Bangchan Sil. Moon Jung-min has had a few, odd bits and bobs here today, but she'll be happy with the way things have gone about. And here we go, Moon Jung-min still at the top with 25 points. Bangchan Sil has finished today's event in second position with 22. Kim Min-sod and Liu Lin have also finished with 21 points in tied third, while Ko Ji-yu, Park Hae-jun, Jang Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-yong are on 20 points each in tied fifth. With Ko Ji-yu, the only one having finished, Jang Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-yong still have a chance to uplift themselves and get right to that top position very soon. All depends on the way that they actually perform. Lee Ga-yong, 20 points in there. She's on to her third stroke for hole number 12. Definitely something to talk about. Park Chu-young will aim for birdie on hole number 15. It's well played by her. Jang Soo-yeon aims for birdie on hole number 12. Just needed a little bit more of a push there. Hong Jin-young goes next. Just needed a little more direction in there to turn that in. Very nicely done. And we missed Lee Dong-gyun. She's back here. Well, almost camouflaged there with that green. Onto a second stroke for hole 18. She's got 15 points in there. 3.5 meters elevation. About 115 meters to the hole. Yoo Hyun-jo has had a very interesting world time, and I do believe there's a lot to expect here. Ju Gain, well, goes for birdie on hole number 14. It's well played by her. Absolutely well played by her. And a bit of cheer for her as well. She's had an interesting, round of golf here today. Hon Jung-min has been very consistent since yesterday's performance. She's kind of, stayed true to what she's doing. Now here we go with Park Hae-jun. Second stroke for hole 17. Getting ready to take the swing here, and it's going to be interesting because Lee Shu-ying is also up with 16 points. She's going with a par wedge, par 3 for the asking for hole 16. Let's not forget that Lee Shu-ying is a Chinese golfer. She recently won her first KLPGA Tour event. She had a rare albatross on the final hole, and currently she's a member of the Korean Tour, that's the KLPGA, for the 2025 season. She's aiming to win a title here before she can compete for the LPGA.
하겠습니다.
Moon Jung-min, still at the top of the heap with 25 points, will tee off for hole number 16. Remember, it's a par 3 for the asking. Beautiful placement. And this is what has got her to where she is today in round 2. Perfect form. Very, very confident tee off there. Totally in control of that swing today.
Okay.
Very, very well played. Park Ji-young does well. Jang Si-yeon. She's been very, very good, but in just those last couple of holes, has had to weather the storm a little bit. Hasn't been at the top of her game, and well, that could all change in a moment. But she's still been consistent. Han Jin-young, meanwhile, goes on to her third attempt on hole 14. Now, do keep in mind the fact that this, of course, would be aiming for birdie. It's quite a distance, but she gets close enough, and I think that's very commendable from her. Lee Ga-yong tees off for hole 13. Kim Soo-ji, third stroke for hole 14, gets off the edge. Oh, that was a heart-stopping moment, I'd say. Almost does it for her. So close to, well, nailing a birdie here. Park Hae-jun aims for eagle here on hole 17. She's going to fall a bit short there. Lee Dong-gyun will aim for birdie on hole 18. Needed a bit more of a curve in that ball. Sound like a baseball pitcher, don't I? Lee Dong-gyun will just finish that up to finish on par. Should keep those 15 points intact for the time being. 35 on the out, 35 on the in. Had an eagle on the 17. I think she should be proud. She's done pretty well, and she'll be back tomorrow. Meanwhile, here's Park Hae-jun. She aims for birdie on hole 17. Park Hae-jun finishes with 22 points after hole 17. She's got one more hole to play for. So here we go back again. Moon Jung-min still at the top with that 25 points. Bong Shin-sil in tied second with Park Hae-jun in 22 points. Park Hae-jun still has one more hole to play for, and she could better Bong Shin-sil. Kim Min-sol and Lee Yulin with 21 points in tied fourth. Ko Ji-yu, Jung Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-yong are with 20 points in tied sixth. Keep in mind the fact that Jung Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-yong are only through hole 12, which means 6 more to go, and they could change how they stand in the point structure. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of this wonderful tournament, the 2025 Dongbu Construction KOREIT Championship. We are coming at you live from the Iksan Country Club. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back with you the moment the golfers take back to the course. Stay with us.
나이스 버디! 김동민 화이팅!
하겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
Moon Jong-min will tee off for hole number 17. She's pretty much getting to the end of her, well, day's event, and it's going to be interesting to see how she, well, finishes off. Very quickly, let me remind you that this event, the 2025 Dongbu Construction KOREIT Championship, carries a prize money of 1 billion Korean won. That's 712,517 USD. The main winner will get 180 million Korean won. That's 128,336 USD. The second place will get 110 million Korean won. That is 78,440 USD. Park Ju-young with 20 points will tee off for hole 17. She's got 454 meters in all to cover. The third place finisher in the event, or the second runner-up in this championship, will get 80 million Korean won. That's 57,052 USD. Park Hae-jun goes next. Second stroke for hole 18. She too has 22 points well in the bag currently. And that's interesting. She's been very, very good with her efforts here today. So it's all well done so far. Park Hae-jun being a bit of a surprise as compared to the rest. She really uplifted her performance, has kept those putts coming in. She's been very, very well confident with the stroke play. And I think that that's the important part. But as far as we are concerned, now looking to get off the mud path. And it's Lee Ga-young. She's one of those rare golfers who I've always noticed has always kept her colors very somber in terms of her outfits. Well, did knock the tree there, but I think as long as she's got back onto the fairways, that is the main concern for her. So, very well played. And it's at times like this when you really have to figure out what you need to do, because on round 2, the points that you amass could be really a foundation. Han Jin-young on, hole 15, also trying to do her bit. Let's not forget that, Sung Yoo-jeon, won the previous event. And she had, that was the 1.5 billion Korean won height championship that was played last week. Last year, the winner, of course, will tell you about that, and there's a story because one of those top 3 is still very much in here, and that's a good enough finish. A good day for Park Hae-jun, 24 points in the bag. She's in tied second, 31 on the in, 34 on the out, and she'll be pleased as punch with her performance. Jang Soo-yeon will go next. Second stroke for hole 14. So interestingly, last year, Kim Min-byul won the tournament with 49 points, and she had 18 points in the final round. She was stupendous in that. Bang Shin-sil finished second best with 47 points, one behind the winner with 13 points in the final round. And she's still in the running this time. Kim Soo-ji aiming for birdie right now. Well played. Keeps her calm once again. She's been getting all her putts right. 21 points there. 3 more holes to play. 4 birdies in the in so far. Lee Ga-young will go next. 20 points for her. Decent enough placement, I would believe, on the green. Park Ji-young, second stroke for hole 17. Park Ji-young not really landing the green like she would have liked to have done. But here's Moon Jong-min. Now it's on a second stroke. She's still in that top position with 27 points. Will aim to finish with a birdie here so she can stretch that lead even further. And very often in the modified Stableford method, and when you have a 4-day event or a full event, you are looking at golfers who will definitely have a few worries when it comes to round 3 and round 4. So the maximum you can amass on round 1 and 2, that's the key. Kim Soo-ji now will tee off for hole 16. She's got 21 points. She's gone in with an 8 iron. You are looking at the golfers playing their aggressive best in this tournament, and that's because it is the modified Stableford method here. It's Ju Gain who goes next. Now Han Jin-young too. 18 points in the bag for her. She's employed a 9 iron. Will have a good bit of swing in that for sure. And she's on to the carpet as well. Five meters to cover. Lee Ga-young needs to finish this on par. That's just going to be a bit of a stumbling block for her, because keep in mind the fact that she could drop points here. So Lee Ga-young will have to do very well in the next 4 World Challenges. Meanwhile, here's Park Ju-young. Well played by her, but she did of course she wasn't very happy with the previous stroke, and she just got herself at a distance from the green. But just getting back on track, and that's what really matters. Jung Soo-yeon meanwhile now will aim for birdie. Moon Jong-min, this is a very important hole for hole number 17. Well placed. She set herself up for a birdie here. Very well placed by her. Oh, she's been in stellar form here today. Got to credit her for it. Very, very focused round of golf from Moon Jong-min. Lee Ga-young will get ready to tee off. And that's for hole 15. .371 meters to cover. Hole 15 is also, well, a very unique hole. It's a dogleg middle hole with a left dogleg middle hole with a par 4. Now for the tee shot, the left and right hazards, make the narrow pathway. It's good to aim for the iron tower visible on the top of the mountain if you can see it from that distance, and in front due to the headwind, because the headwind can be fairly strong. Now the second shot, or the approach shot, has to be a long distance one, and you have to play it very, very meticulously. You cannot afford to take risks and let loose. Up next, it's going to be Jung Soo-yeon as she tees off for hole 15, grouped in there with Lee Ga-young. Park Ji-young will aim for birdie on hole 17. 20 points in here. Oh, just a slight bit of a bump in the road there for Park Ji-young, and she knows it herself. That's nicely done by Park Ji-young, just narrowly missed out on a birdie, and she is disappointed about that. That was an extremely, well, close effort for her. Hon Jin-young too will aim for a birdie here on hole 16. Confident shot, but just fell shy of the accuracy mark. Moon Jong-min will aim for birdie on hole 17. And Moon Jong-min moves up to 29 points, 4 birdies there on the in. She had 6 and a bogey on the out. What an event this is turning out to be for her. She really is leading the path now. She's got one more hole to play for, and if she can maintain this form, she will be Queen Bee of the Iksan Golf Course this year. Kim Soo-ji aims for birdie on hole 16. She's been the dark horse here. Very, very slowly has kept those points coming. She's been getting her putts right. Well, this time just missing out on a birdie. And that's well played by her. So here we go back again with the leaderboard. Moon Jong-bin at the top of the heap with 29 points still, and one more hole to play for. She's 5 ahead of second placed Park Hae-jun, who finished with 24 points. Bang Shin-sil in third position with 22, who's also finished today's event. Kim Min-sol, Lee Yulin, and Kim Soo-ji are currently battling it out to climb up the leaderboard. A wonderful drone shot there, and you can hear the sound of that drone as well. Beautiful shot. A wide angle aerial shot, if you ask me. Absolutely love it, and that also shows, well, the tournament, the championship, title in there, or the name. Very, very interesting, and I do love shots like this. I've always said this before, and I'm going to say this again. No one can make a golf event look good. Not even the players. Not even the caddies or anybody around or the crowd. It's really the cameramen. Always got to hand it to them. Absolutely phenomenal, and the way they make it look on screen. Capture some of the most candid shots as well. Jung Soo-yeon onto a second stroke for hole 15. She's going to go on with a 6 iron and 154 meters to cover. Let's not forget, of course, one more person who rules the roost, the director, at these events, and the producers. Put all of them together, and that's the chunk or the real reason why we see what we see on screen. Just wanted to make that mention. Well, I come from a production background as well, so I would always be biased towards that. But really, the lads behind the scenes do all this. And then, of course, you've got these amazing, talented golfers who take whatever you're looking at visually to another level. Now here's Lee Ga-young, second stroke for hole 15. She's on 19 points. She needs to do extremely well now. Decent enough. Might have to work hard for a birdie, but she is, just like Bong Shin-sil, there are days when Lee Ga-young can land every ball in the right spot, set up birdies for herself, and there are days when she will falter a bit. Nicely played, and that's just past the destination. Here's Moon Jong-min as she tees off for her last challenge of the day. 354 meters to cover. It's hole 18 that we're looking at. Just a bit of chill on the other side of the fence. And I think hole 18, Park Joo-young goes next. It's a typical par 4 hole. The tee shot, if sliced, can be really good because you've got to aim to the left. It allows for smooth play after that. And Park Joo-young still on those 20 points. Needs to finish well here. You got to aim for the center of the green on your approach shot to ensure that you get closer to the flagstick. If you get to the green on the right side, you need to be very meticulous with your putting. She's got a smile on her face. Just a quick, light moment being shared there. Jang Soo-yeon, third stroke for hole 15. Kim Min-sun 7 will aim for birdie on hole 17. 15 points for her, and once again a bit of disappointment, but she will be able to finish that. And that is exactly what I was talking about. Lee Ga-young just finding her way back in redemption for that previous, bogey that she had. Absolutely phenomenal. I said this earlier. She's got the ability to turn things around, and just like Bong Shin-sil, these two golfers can turn a disadvantage into an advantage. Yoo Hyun-jo, meanwhile, we missed watching her in action. She's on to a birdie on hole 17. And that does well for her. She's up to 13 points. It's the only birdie in the whole day so far. And she's got one more hole to play for. But to be fair to her, if you can stay off the bogeys, nothing like it. Meanwhile, Jang Soo-yeon will go next. Needs to finish this on par for hole 15. .20 points so far for her. So Lee Ga-yong delighting us with that previous effort of hers. Meanwhile, yes, Park Ju-young. Park Ju-young is onto a second stroke for hole 18. Pretty much be the end of her event as well today. And we just spoke about this wonderful golfer who's joined the tour this year, Li Shuying of China. It's a second stroke for hole 18. And she's thrown the green there at quite a distance, straight to the clubhouse, I would believe. Lee Ga-yong winning the right to tee off after she had that fantastic, well, birdie just a while back.
앞에 멈춰주세요. 플레이했습니다.
Lee Ga-yong teeing off for hole 16. Remember, 2 more holes to play for. It's a very interesting course, the course at Iksan, or the Iksan Country Club. There's a lot to take from it. Jang Soo-yeon up next. Won Jung-min on to her last event of the day. Still the leader with 29 points. If she can get her approach shot right here and aim for a birdie, she will set herself at quite a distance from the rest of the chasing pack. On Jin-young 2 on the second stroke for hole 17. She's also kept herself well in the running there. Li Shuying, remember she flew the green. Almost looked like she was heading to the clubhouse. Just had a bit too much of par or too much of club on her previous stroke. Trying to create a bit of magic here. Kim Soo-ji, third stroke on hole 17. Beautifully done. Very well done. Won Jung-min. Oh, what a narrow miss there. She had such a beautiful approach shot. Just a bit too much of a push there from Jung Soo-yeon as she was aiming for a birdie. On Jin Young 2, aiming for eagle on hole 17. She'll have to plan this carefully. And she'll have to settle for a birdie. Now this is what happens. You are going to see golfers, well, taking a few risks that they would not take in the normal scoring system. And you'll find golfers playing a lot more easy, carefree, and well, the right term would be aggressive, although I hate using that when it comes to the ladies. I'm just going to say that they actually play, or they let loose, and it's more freedom, of stroke play than anything else. Park Ju-young aiming for birdie on hole 18. Needs to finish this well. Oh, another bit of disappointment for her. But she will try and finish this on par just to keep things together. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-ji aiming for a birdie on hole 17. Remember, she's amassed a healthy amount of points. Oh, well played. Well played, Kim Soo-ji. And that's going to take her point counts up. So she's really, really done well. Did I say point counts? Her points count up. And Lee Ga-young does well here. So she's moved up to 23 points, consecutive birdies on hole 15 and 16, and 2 more to play for. She's certainly stepping into her own zone. Finished at the top of the heap yesterday, and here she is chasing, well, that top of the leaderboard once again. Of course, she's going to be behind it, but remember, she was a couple of spots down, and, with still 2 holes to play for, there's a lot, well, that she can achieve. 。
1번 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 1번
Nicely done here. Jung Soo-yeon will be happy that she's at least got the action going. Lee Shu-ying up next. Well played. Did come back together after, that slight blemish. So Lee Shu-ying putting on quite an effort here. Now it's Park Chu-young. And that's well finished by her. So 20 points in there, 34 on the out. She's done well. Park Chu-young could have done a bit better, but not dropping too many points could also be one of the key events here. Moon Jung-min will look to finish on par for hole 18. Moon Jung-min finishes with 29 points and on par for the in, 31 on the out, 32 on the in. What a phenomenal bit of work from the current, queen of the leaderboard. Don't forget, we've still got our eyes on one key player, and that, of course, is Moon Jung-min. And the second key player, of course, Lee Ga-young, who could be challenging the top, as well as putting a challenge for the championship moving ahead. Lee Ga-young, just spoke about her, tees off for hole number 17, par 5 for the asking. Up next, it's Jung Soo-yeon. And that's well played. Yoo Hyun-jo will go next. Oh, she would have loved to have finished this with a birdie. She's just had one birdie in the day, but I think it's going to be 17, on par, and one birdie for her. So even Stevens here, I don't think she's going to be too concerned about it, but 13 points that she has, and she'll be back tomorrow, of course, in the running. Kim Soo-ji, I said this, what a mover she has been here today. Absolutely stunning performance from her. As she tees off for the last hole of the day. Not entirely in control of that, and she knows it. She's landed herself into a bit of a rough spot. I think just at that last moment, losing control of the swing. Now, keep in mind the fact there are no stroke penalties here, but of course, your points will matter. Unlike the negatives in the modified Stableford, you have the positives, which means, birdies and eagles are your way to go. Well, that would be normal golf as well, but I think more so, in this scenario. Here's Kim Minson 7. Needs to work for that birdie as she comes off the shoulder of the carpet. This is the 18th hole for her. Very well played. But she's missed out on a couple of, birdies today. Can't help but feel a tad bit awful for her. So Moon Jong-bin right at the top of the heap with 29 points, with Park Hae-jun in second with 24 points, and they finished their day's event. Kim Soo-ji, Lee Ga-young still on the course in tied third with 23 points, and that's going to be, something to watch out for. But we will find out, as we get through this event to see what exactly can come out of, the last bit of play, especially from Lee Ga-young. We've got our eyes peeled on her for more reasons than one. She's number one, because she came with a change of outfit, but more importantly, because she also has put on a fantastic showing once again in round 2. So right here at the Iksan Country Club, it's been a very, very good day in terms of how things have panned out so far. Jung Si-yeon gets ready to take her next stroke. That's second on hole number 17, 20 points in the bag. Remember, well, just the last two holes that Lee Ga-yong and the gang are playing for, or the trio. And Jung Si-yeon has got herself into the rough here. Needs to get out of the trees. Kim Soo-ji also got herself into, well, the mud pot, and she's cleared that well. Lee Ga-yong onto a second stroke for hole 17. 4.8 meters elevation, 197 meters. Keeping herself away from the trees, but I do believe she still would have liked to have landed that, well, just a tad bit better. Overall, she's played a good game here today, but these two, last challenges of the day for Lee Ga-yong will matter very much. So it's been a very interesting year so far, for all our golfers. The last event was won by Sung Yoo-jin. She won the Height Championship on the 28th of September. But if you go just a little bit back, Lee Da-yeon won the 21st September Hana Financial Group Championship. And then, of course, Bang Shin-sil won the 14th September OK Savings Bank OK Man Open. So Bang Shin-sil maintaining her winning form. She was very good in the Hana Financial as well. And in the KB Financial Star Championship, it was Yoo Hyun-jo who claimed it in a sophomore year, defended a title to win a second KLPGA championship with it was 1.5 billion Korean won, the total prize money. You also got Shin Da-in, Kim Min-sol, and Hong Jun-min who've done well this year. Add to that Ko Ji-won, Bai So-yoon, Bang Shin-sil. Bang Shin-sil, of course, has won, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of events, 3 to be precise, along with Lee Yi-won. And, Hong Jun-min could be aiming for her third event this year as well, the third championship. Hong Jin-young too. Second stroke for hole 18, and this approach will matter. Lee Ga-yong having a quick word with the caddy. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-ji readies herself. Remember, she got out of the woods. Not really the woods, but the trees. That's going to be approach for hole 18. That could have been her birdie, actually. Very good approach shot, and puts herself into a position to finish on par. And if she can do that, she'll hold on to her points. Meanwhile, Jung Soo-young needs to get herself out of a spot of trouble. And that's a bit of a duff shot from her. But I think it'll just do the job to get her back on track. And that was her intention. Meanwhile, Lee Ga-young not really behind the trees, but just a little bit away from them. Needs to finish this well here, Lee Ga-young. And I think she would have loved to have got that onto the green. Just a little bit disappointed with that. Jung Soo-young, meanwhile, just makes a little bit more progress. Here goes Lee Ga-young. She needs to plan this well. She's going to go with a putter, and I think that's what she's aiming for. Here goes Lee Ga-young. She's done this before. Can she do it here? Just falling shy of finishing with a birdie, but she's managed to salvage that, and I think she will be able to finish on par and save her current points tally. Kim Soo-ji needs to finish on par here as well. Got herself out of the rough just a while back. And that's very well played by Kim Soo-ji, as she keeps those 23 points intact after making 7 birdies in all and 2 bogeys today. 23 points in the bag, and she'll be back tomorrow. Lee Si-hee aiming for eagle on hole 17. Can she make the cut? Almost does it for her. She'll do well here. So Lee Si-hee has one more hole to play for. She's got 14 points in the bag. On to Nyong, aiming for birdie on hole number 18. And that's well played by her. Jang Soo-yeon will look to finish on par for hole 17.
나이. 아.
And that's just slipped out at the last minute. So Lee Ga-young still salvaging a point. She's got one more hole to play for, and that's going to be a very important one for her here today. Cannot afford to make any mistakes at all.
제일 베스트는 저기 코로켓이 우측으로 떨어지는 게 제일 좋은데.
Lee Si-hee will tee off for hole 18. She's got 14 points in the bag. Haven't seen too much of her, with the focus being on Jang Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-young. Well, do remember by tomorrow we'll have a lot of the, well, golfers actually cut down in terms of their, well, the numbers. And that's going to happen all the way till the finale on Saturday. But Lee Ga-young here will look to finish this off well as she tees off for hole 18. I don't think she was entirely in control of that, but she's kept herself, well, just off the fairway slightly. And I don't think that's going to bother her too much, because she can still very well get a good approach shot from that. So just a tad bit of nerves, I think, for her. Well, you've got to say the contest and the competition will always be the same. There's always going to be a very competitive, sense on, on the course itself. But it's not as with the regular scoring. Jang Soo-yeon tees off now. Because in golf, as any golfer will tell you, it's always about competing against yourself. It's your ups and downs that make or break whether you, lift the championship or not, or win the championship. So the walk will continue. As our golfers look to create something special here today. Han Sung-hee, third stroke for hole 18. So last 3 golfers for the day move to their next destination. An Seung-gi looking to finish on par here for hole 18. That's well played. So 20 points here for An Seung-gi.
엣지가 38?
38.
밑에 맞아도 근데 다 올라가잖아.
초인마도 올라가고 그렇고.
Lee Ga-young to go next. Second stroke on hole 18. Now this approach will matter for her. She needs to come off the rough. I don't think it's really going to bother her too much because, well, as I've said this before, but she can do a lot with that talent. 148 meters. It's gone in with the 6-iron. And she's got herself onto the carpet now. It's all about going the whole 9 yards. Or how many meters? Probably 6, maybe 5 meters. So well placed. Very good approach shot from Lee Ga-young, and it looks like she's going to finish well here today for certain. Jung Soo-yeon next. Second stroke for hole 18. .130 meters to the hole. She's got 19 points, going in with a 7-iron. Lee Si-hee, second stroke on hole 18. 125 meters to cover, 3.9 meters the elevation. She's going to go in with a 7-iron. And gets herself onto the rough. But that's just a little bit off the green, so that's not going to bother her too much. Well, you know, with Jung Soo-yeon and Lee Ga-young, well, being in the lens all the time, we've actually missed out on a little bit of Lee Si-hee's efforts, and she's done well actually. But it's good to see these 3 golfers now get to that final point. Always loved Lee Ga-young's temperament. She, well, doesn't express disappointment too much. Neither does she express, well, joy too much. She's always got the sincere look about her. Well, that's beautiful, isn't it? Just a view of the trees. I do remember a good mate of mine getting married in Melbourne, and just as we got out of the chapel, it was the same view. Now, this sort of well, pathways or roadways with trees, and even on the main highways that get into the cities, like the approach to Jeonju, you're always going to find the trees actually form a kind of a tunnel or kind of a nice approach, a shielded or shaded approach. And it's one of the things I really love about Korea Republic And I did see that in Melbourne, just in one spot, but do love that kind of a look, and got to thank our cameraman for that lovely shot. So the last bit of action here, as we can see, Lacey He will get a bit of hydration before she can take her shot. Lee Ga-young just viewing her opportunities. So first up, it's going to be Lee Si-hee. What can she do? Will she be able to earn a birdie here on hole 18? Well, let's find out. Well, almost does it for her. That would have been just a perfect way to finish off her event. But I do believe she'll tap that in to keep it, well, on par here. And I think that should be decent enough for her, but she's got 14 points in the bag, 3 bogeys that were her undoing, 37 on the out, 36 on the in as she finishes. And a quick hug there from, well, her caddy. Now Jung Soo-yeon. Aims for birdie on hole 18. Oh, that's just skimmed. Just skimmed, well, the target. She'll finish her day's event. Jung Soo-yeon has 19 points, that bogey on 17 just being a bit of an undoing for her. Up next, it's going to be Lee Ga-young, and let's figure out what she comes up with. Always will have something special on offer. She had a decent approach, came out of the rough to craft that for herself. Now it's left to be seen what she can, come up with here. And it's moments like these that matter because they actually force you to just dig a little bit deeper. Lee Ga-young, 23 points. Well, she needs to finish this well. And I think that that's the key in this event for her. And just a narrow miss there. She's definitely disappointed with that, but having said that, well, Lee Ga-young finishes on par at the end, 34 on the out, 36 on the in. She's in tied third with 23. Well, had she, of course, finished with the birdie there, she would have moved up into second position right behind Moon Jung-min, but that's how it's panned out. So Moon Jung-min, of course, still at the top of the heap with 29 points, and Park Hae-jun, well, coming in well, second with 24 points. Very quickly, let's take a good look at, well, the highlights and figure out how things panned out. Right at the top of the heap, Moon Jong-min. And she did very well there to earn herself a birdie on hole number 9. She had already assumed, well, you know, the top spot, Bang Shin-sil on hole number 12. Set herself up for a fantastic moment. And then on the 9th hole, well, Lee Ga-yong proving the impossible. That was such a beautifully done birdie. And she'd moved up to 21 points by that time. Well, struggled a little bit, you know, on the in with the 9 holes, but still managed to keep her composure on the 18th hole. Well, as we looked at it, it was excellent work being done by Kim Min-sol. And she, of course, finished with 21 points to finish second best at that point of time. Of course, things would change a little bit, you know, going ahead. Then on the 12th hole, Moon Jong-min back again. She kept coming out with some stellar shots, and that was perfect placement from her. Then on the 18th hole, Bang Shin-sil once again. She was in second position with 22 points. Set herself up really, really well. And just narrowly missed out, you know, on a birdie. I don't think she was too concerned about that, though, because the points were still strong enough. But Moon Jong-min kept coming out with more and more stellar efforts. It was a perfect, you know, tee off for her. And then on the 17th hole, Park Hae-jun also coming into her own. That was extremely well played by her. 22 points by hole number 17 for Park Hae-jun. Then on the 15th hole, at one point of time languishing, you know, in that 10th spot, well, Kim Soo-ji also put on some stellar, well, moves. And right there in second position was Park Hae-jun, tied with Bang Shin-sil on 22 points. Well, narrowly missed out on, you know, that, well, eagle, but finished with a birdie to assume second position with 24 points, right behind Moon Jong-min. What a performance from her today, Park Hae-jun. Then on the 17th hole, Moon Jong-min, well, needed to finish, you know, with a birdie. She kept going. Well, hammer and tongs. And on the 16th hole was another terrific bit of work from Lee Ga-yong as she placed herself, well, in for a, well, good finish. And Kim Soo-ji, well, with that birdie on hole number 16, did extremely well. That's a nice finish there. So Moon Jong-min finished with 29 points, the real leader of the pack in today's event. And what a performance it was from her. So here we go. Moon Jung-min doing extremely well to finish with 29 points at the top of the heap. Park Hae-jun in second with 24 points. Kim Soo-ji and Lee Ga-yong in tied third with 23 points. And don't forget that these are going to be our front runners, for the day. It's also going to be very interesting to see, how things pan out tomorrow when we get back into, the event or back onto the course. So let's remind you that this was round 2 of the 2025 Dongbu Construction KOREIT Championship, and we were coming at you live from the Iksan Country Club. It was a pleasant day, not really sunny, but at least no rain, and wind speeds, the wind behaved itself. I'm Glenn Mascarenas, and it's time for me to shut shop and ship out of here. I'll be back with you tomorrow a little earlier at the strike of the noon hour to take you through round 3, and then of course I'll be back for the final round as well. So see you tomorrow, and thank you once again for joining us. Bye-bye for now.